Here we go again. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, welcome back. If you've been here before, I'm going to go ahead and open another play booster box of Duskmourn, House of Horror. I don't know if you watched part one, but this is the second of two boxes I won as part of an Arena Direct event. So we're going to see how this one goes. I was on the fence about using the box to play some Limited with some friends, and then I just figured, you know what, we'll just play Commander, and I'll just open all the packs myself and see what I get. The first box, without spoiling anything, was pretty dang good. So we'll see if this one can match it. There are some good hits in Duskmourn. Just in general, there's a whole cycle of rare lands that always come in untapped, and they're the first half of the Verge cycle. Aetherdrift finished out the cycle, but all of them are worth like, I think actually it's more like $8. I was thinking they were like $3 to $5 before, but we'll get right into cracking packs. There's 36 to go. It's hard to keep these videos short with so many packs, and just, you know, you see something cool, you have to stop for a second to at least see what it is. Rip Spawn Hunter, Twitching Doll, Manifest Dread for a foil, and I'll do all the sorting at one time, so I'll just stick the rares back into the pile and I'll go through everything all at the end. We've opened a good amount of Duskmourn, most of it on the channel aside from limited events and a few packs here or there. We did the shorts and things like with them too. So anyway, we've opened a lot of the set. So as far as play sets of things, we're pretty much there on a lot of it. There's probably a few uncommons, and then of course rares and mythics that we wouldn't have had play sets for. We have to see how many full art lands. Oh well, starting off good. An Everywhere token. All right, not double-sided. So yeah, that's one of the hits. It's going for like $4. So we'll go ahead and put that in a cool pile. We'll start a cool pile. We'll put mythics in it, and then cards that I know are money. There are some uncommons. I don't know if there's any commons that are worth anything. At least not over $1, but there's definitely a few uncommons. Untimely Malfunction and Sheltered by Ghosts. I think Nowhere to Run is over $1, but not over $2. Withering Torment, Insidious Fungus, Fear-Filled Tests, Waltz of Rage, Unstoppable Slasher is worth several dollars. I think it's $3 to $4. Irreverent Gremlin, and that's a Valgavoth. Unfortunately, not an actual card, but you know, it does look pretty cool. So, yeah, actual Valgavoth would be really good, and then the Mythic Overlord cycle, as well as you know, this set, unlike a lot of standard sets, there's a good amount of rares that are worth like $5 plus. Some of them worth even more. So hopefully we can get some of them here. The Enduring Cycle's good. I'm gonna will it into existence by saying it, but the Leyline Cycle's bad. We hope not to see any ley lines. The red one's worth like $1, but you know what? That could just stay out of my box. I'd be all right with that. Foil Optimistic Scavenger. I don't know if that's worth anything. I don't think so. I mean, the foils I wasn't checking on, but yeah, Optimistic Scavenger, it kind of was seeing some standard play for a second in like white aggressive decks with Sheltered by Ghosts. They were doing like enchantment aggro, I guess, but I don't know if that one actually does it or not. We'll see. We'll check after the video. Baseball Bat, Altanak, Winter. Winter's not worth anything. Razor Trap Gorge, Glimmerlight, and a Beast token. Yep. So just the two cards so far. Hopefully we can get some good mythics. All the Overlords are worth a little bit, but the Black Overlord is like $40 right now at time of recording. I know it's seeing modern play. I don't know if it's also seeing standard play. It may be, but it just loads the graveyard really quickly. And then, yeah, there's like out of Aetherdrift, the Ketramos is seeing some decks. I think there's like some black-white decks that feature both. But either way, the Overlord of the Balemerc is pretty good. I don't think Come Back Wrong is anything. I'll have to check afterwards. Ooh, a signed, that's the, it's the uncommon, yeah, the Bookworm. The best, I think it was the best uncommon in the set. Sheltered by Ghost might have beat it. It was a really good build around card. The blue-green decks were very good in this limited format. But it's a signed art card, so it's, I mean, I don't think anybody really collects the art cards anymore now that they're so hard to get. You know, no set boosters with guaranteed ones anymore. I have noticed, I think it's easier to get the signed ones now as well. Oh, Kona Rescue Beastie. Actually, I don't think this is worth anything. The art kind of surprised me. Okay, second full art land, foil stick twister, and a manifest gremlin. So, yeah, this box not starting off as hot, but we'll see how it ends up. There's a lot of packs to go. And like, you know, you open nothing, and then all of a sudden, well, at least hopefully it'll happen. There's some good stuff. Appendage Amalgam, Moldering Gem, Fear of Abduction, Sporogenic Affection, Violent Urge, Enduring Innocence is a good one. It's like $3 or $4, I think. I don't actually know if that one's seeing play or like what that's seeing play in, because it's like, you know, it's a value creature. It has to be seeing play or it wouldn't be worth anything. It wants to be like kind of in White Weenie, but then it also costs 3 mana, so it's like you have to land an inefficient creature before you can start drawing cards, and then it's only once per turn, so I don't know. I mean, it doesn't die, so, you know, it's value. In limited, you just kind of want to trade it off and then start drawing cards off of it with your cheap stuff. Dashing Bloodsucker. Ghost Vacuum's like $3 for the regular version. Razor Trap Gorge, Given to Violence. See, like, you know, you'd start sneaking in things that are worth a few bucks here and there. I mean, officially, I only have, I guess, about, you know, $50 through playing Arena in these 2 boxes, so I don't have to do all that well to get my money out of them, I guess. And then, honestly, just opening them is fun. So, hope everybody enjoys opening cards with me. It looks like the camera was able to focus a little better this time. Maybe it's just my spacing. Sheltered by Ghost. There we go. It's about $4. And then Poop Rare. Bulk Rare. You know, the rare is going to be worth like 10 cents or whatever you get for them. But then there's a $4 uncommon in front of it. All right. Almost a third of the way through the box. Just a small pile of things that are I know worth money. There might be a few rares that are end up worth something in here as well. But we got a lot of packs to go, so we'll see what happens. Possessed Goat. Most Valuable Slayer. That was a good card. Good and limited. Rite of the Moth. Fear of Imposters. Split Skin Doll. Defiant Survivor. Omnivorous Flytrap. I'd said I was going to check this one and I didn't. I don't know what that one's doing. I don't think it's worth a lot. But I want to say there was like a Delirium deck. I don't know if it was in Pioneer or what that was using it for a little bit. But I think it kind of didn't turn into anything, and I don't follow Pioneer. Maybe it was Modern. I don't really follow Modern all that close either. I've looked at a few things. I do like to know, you know, what cards see play in places, just in general, especially if it's like kind of format warping or defining. Unwanted Remake. Walk-in Closet, Forgotten Cellar. I think this is like about $6, and Kaito's like 17, so that's a good one. This is a good pack. That's what we were hoping for. Flesh Burrower and Primo, Indivisible. Nothing on the back. Primo, I mean, I don't think it's worth anything. We'll put it in with all of our tokens, of course, but and I'm pretty sure we've opened that one before. But sometimes tokens that rares make the token, they're harder to pull usually. You know, they want everyone to open like plenty of Gremlins and Manifest Dread tokens because, you know, you're going to need them for limited. Or just in general, you're going to need them. More people are going to need them because they're common. But yeah, rares. Tokens for rares, like the Planeswalker emblems. And it's like several years after a set comes out, they'll... there's Simone, that's the one that makes the Primo. I don't think this Simone is worth anything. In fact, the better Simone was in Foundations, and I don't think she's worth anything either. It was just a fantastic limited card. This one was pretty good as well, but I don't think she's good enough for Constructed. But yeah. Tokens. The only one I know that's worth anything is Everywhere. But, you know, like a few years after a set comes out, some Planeswalker that makes an emblem will get reprinted in like a list or whatever commander deck. And then it's like, oh, where am I going to find the emblem for this? And it's like, oh, you have to go back to the original set. And years later, those tokens can actually be worth a little bit. Grievous Wound. It's a double rare pack, which is cool, but I don't think either of those is worth anything. I had hoped that Pyroclasm was going to, you know, help Standard a little bit, like let Izzet be a thing, and I don't think it did it. I guess 2 damage isn't enough for 2 mana. Right now, I guess Standard is basically a temporary lockdown for the board wipe of choice, because it hits non-creatures. It just hits things by mana value. And yeah, I guess temporary lockdown kind of dominated the whole Pro Tour Standard event. It's like if you ran it, you were good. Okay, there's another pretty good rare. Swarm Weaver, really good limited card. I don't think it's worth anything. Funny how stuff that's just like a bomb and limited just can't scratch into a constructed play and then actually be worth anything. But the Unstoppable Slasher, in fact, I know people tried that card on various things. I don't know if it really has a home currently, at least not a major one. But it does threaten to put a lot of pressure very quickly if you land it. So I don't know. Maybe in it says aggro because it's kind of like resistant to removal, but or you would think aggro. Mirror Room, Fractured Realm. I don't think that's worth anything. That's the 3rd full art land. What is that? Oh, well, it's Nashi and Tameo, I guess. Cathartic Parting. Is that Tameo? I think so. I hadn't even realized that Cathartic Parting had that art. Yeah. Kind of get sidetracked with my train of thought as I open cards and see things. I don't always take in like all of the art on cards. It sometimes takes a while before I realize what something even shows. Rip Spawn Hunter, seen lots of him, and I'm okay if that's the last one. Horror, and nothing on the back. But yeah, sometimes it's hard to take in everything about a card. You know, it's funny what you see in a card. Like, you know, I kind of focus on stats and casting cost at first, and then, you know, like the name, trying to learn that, and from there, then sometimes it's art. But then sometimes, I don't know if I'm a different part of my brain working or something, I'll focus on the art first and see that before taking in the rest of it. So I tend to be pretty numbers focused at first, but yeah, sometimes it's the art. Glimmer Seeker, Marvin. I want to say Marvin's worth like $1. Sure. Oh, we got a foil full art land, and then a foil Twitching Doll. That's cool. Yeah, we'll put Twitching Doll in this pile. I don't think it's worth much. I'm going to say maybe at most like $1. But let's see. I'll try and guess how much my cool pile is worth at the end of the video. We will see. See if we can get any kind of special guests or anything to spice it up as well. Murder. Veteran Survivor. Piggy Bank. Lost Faithful. Winter. Number 2. And Foil Scorching Dragonfire. I don't know what that is. Demonic Council. Okay. Alright, we're a little over halfway through the box. Hopefully the better half is towards the end. But even so, I've been pretty happy with where I'm at with the prize for the Arena Direct event. Untimely Malfunction is a couple bucks, I think. Defiled Crypt and Cadaver Lab, Conductive Machete, Overgrown Zealot, Demonic Council. I don't think is worth anything. Don't Make a Sound, and a Treasure Token. Alright, we'll kind of shuffle these cards out of the way because the stack's getting rather large. In fact, I'll put these away too. Just stick everything in the box for now and then sort later. Yeah. Alright, well, we got, I don't know, about 40% of the box remaining. Lots of good hits remaining, I'm sure, as well. Baelmerk Leech, Centipede, Footage, Anthropede. In Nowhere to Run's worth over $1. At least at time of filming. I don't remember on this one. I don't think it is. I'll check afterwards. Reluctant Role Model. I don't think this is worth anything. And then Ugly Land. Ooh, Foil Enduring Innocence. I'm going to say that's probably about $4. What's going on there? It's got to be like a removal spell or something, right? Let's Play a Game. Yeah, that's the black. It's like drains and makes opponent discard cards. I knew it had to be like a sorcery because there's no like creature there. Funny how you can tell what something's going to be by the art. I think I've seen the art too, so I was probably subconsciously aware of what it was. Disturbing Mirth. See people trying to play Standard with that, but I don't know if it's going to get there. Oh, Unholy Annex Ritual Chamber. I don't know. This has to be worth something, right? There was Demons decks in the last, I think in Foundations Standard. Like Esper Demons or something like that. Golgari Demons. No, maybe it was Dimir Demons. There was some kind of demons. You know, the thing draws you cards and drains life if you have a demon. So I'm going to say it's worth $3. We'll see. I think it was at one time. It may have come down since then. Fear of Falling. Peer Past the Veil I don't think is anything. And a foil Ugly Land. It's like, I guess, oh wow, for a second I thought those little wisps were like gold, but they're not, and that's Toby, of course. But yeah, I guess the lands aren't ugly, but a lot of times with the basic lands that have the standard frame, I don't even look at the actual art because it's small, and it's like, since I've been playing Magic, which arguably isn't that long, there's always been full art lands, so I just like completely discount the non-full art lands. You know, it's kind of cool that like the full art lands are a little more rare, so maybe they're worth a little bit, but in all honesty, unless they're very rare or hard to get, they're really not worth anything. A non-foil Twitching Doll and a Conductive Machete. But yeah, there's our first piece of garbage in this box. Just get right through that, and that's 2/3 of the way through the box. We got one more stack of 12 packs to go. See what we can hit in this last stack. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. I just like, you know, for the full art lands, we use them for commander decks and things like that. So we need to get enough to play. Okay, Sacrifice. This replaces the last common. It's a special guest. Yeah, I don't think this one's really worth anything. It's no damnation. Norn Nuisance Scavenger. That's like the third scavenger in this box. Wish that was Sheltered by Ghost. The Roller Crusher Ride. It's a mythic. I'm going to go ahead and put it in the cool pile. I don't remember if that... I don't think it's worth anything. It's probably like less than $2. Cool card. I mean, it's a legendary enchantment. But, you know, just because it's a mythic bomb doesn't mean good enough for constructed play. Like, if a mythic sees any kind of play, it's got to be worth money, right? Because mythics are very rare. There's not that many of them. But if they really don't see play, then even them. Like Nico, for instance. Hard to cast and worth less than $1, even though it's a mythic. Blazemire Verge. This one's, I want to say it's like $5. That's pretty good. Oh, what? Whoa. Oh, you know what? I think the Verges were in their own cycle, right? There were 3 uncommons, and that's a non-foil. I think the Verges are in, like, you can replace... It didn't replace a land. That's interesting. Either way, it's good to get 2 of them. That's a little strange. I can't remember, but I think something about the limited slots or the pack slots, you had a chance of getting a rare land outside of the rare slot somehow. So one of them replaced the rare, or is the rare, it's still a rare, and then the other replaced, I don't know, some kind of wild card slot. Turn Inside Out, Fear the Dark, Beastie. Still a good thing to double tap on. The lands are good. They are money. Alright. Stick Twister. Central Elevator, Promising Stairs. I don't think this did anything. Tale of Tameo. I don't think that did anything. But double rare pack, that's cool. Killer Lighthouse, Live or Die Foil. I might need to put that in my Reanimate deck because it's an instant speed Reanimate, and also it's an instant speed Destroy a Creature, which is a good buyout. I mean, 5 mana Reanimate isn't great, but like it being an instant and also having removal mode is definitely cool. Don't Make a Sound, Jump Scare. Playmate, Clammy Prowler, Bottomless Pool and Locker Room, Fear of Infinity, the Gazebo, the Demon, Flood Farm Verge. I think that's like $6 or $7. Foil Leyline, yay. Cool. And then the token doesn't have a back. I think Foundations and Aetherdrift have. I think all of the tokens have backs, which I approve of. Like, you know, you're going to print something, like, make it valuable for the players, right? Like, just, like, how valuable is that advertising? Is advertising on the back of a token actually generating anything for Wizards? Like, I don't think so. Like, you already bought the pack. Like, I don't know. Like, keep your advertising, like, put that stuff in, like, the starter decks, you know, like, put it on the box for the starter deck, print it inside the box. Don't waste actual, all right, well, that's a good one. I think it's, like, $3 or $4. And then, yeah, don't waste, like, even that, like, I don't use these, like, punching them out, they don't, after you punch them out, they don't store well anywhere. We might hang on to a couple of them. But I approve that it's useful, right? That you know, actually has a purpose. Some people will use it, and usually like in like the first, in like a pre-release for the event, I will use those things. So that's good. And then after the set's no longer live, I don't maintain that token in any box. I just have, like, it's back in a collection box, but like unless it's in a commander deck, I don't use those tokens anymore. All right, there we go. Valgavoth. I think I think it's she. Is worth about $12 to $15, somewhere in there. So Valgavoth is very good. Oh, there's a piece of garbage. I was wondering. I saw the backside of it, but didn't know if it had anything useful on the front or not. But yeah, we'll see on that one too. I feel like that one's an actual token. I want to say that back looks like it's... Yeah, I've seen that back on other tokens. So we'll find out very shortly. Saw, Live or Die, Cursed Windbreaker, Bookworm, Courage, okay. The first box had the entire Enduring Cycle in it. This one is approaching that. I don't think we have Vitality, but I think... Oh, or Tenacity. So we have... Yeah, just 3 out of the 5. So kind of unlikely to get the rest, but we'll see. And then maybe we can get some more mythic action to close out the video. I think Valgavoth is probably the single best card so far. But we could still top it. We'll see. Chandelier, Unnerving Grasp, Baseball Bat, Altenac, Fear. Oh, there's Vitality. All right, look at that. Vitality's pretty solid. Better than the red one. And then, I can't count. Is this 5 or 4? One of them was foil. Glassworks Shattered Yard. There's a shard token. See, that one's made on a mythic, but Nico's not worth anything, so that's probably not going to do anything. It's no everywhere token. But I will say, hitting an everywhere token in 2 boxes back to back is pretty cool, because I don't think I opened one in anything else. So thrilled about that. I don't know that I'm going to use it because I don't currently have the Overlord of the Hauntwoods in use in anything, but Balustrade Worm, Resurrected Cultist, and that is Damnation. So that's the second Damnation art card. This one's unsigned, in 2 boxes. 3 packs left to go. Let's see what we can do here. Just a few more opportunities for greatness. And we'll keep on ripping through these commons and uncommons. Grand Entryway, Elegant Rotunda. I think it's Rotunda. Arabella. She's worth like a few cents. Sheltered by Ghosts. All right, there we go. Good uncommon. It's the worst of the Overlords, but I'm happy to have it. I don't think we have a play set. All right, that was a good pack. A toy and the little QR code on the back. All right, 2 left to go. Still opportunities for greatness. We'll see if we can pull anything else off. Cut Healer, Ripper, Bedhead Beastie, Trapped in the Screen, Infection, Rite of the Moth, Violent Urge. Oh, another Valgavoth. That's a good mythic to hit. All right. Okay, let's... Oh, and then a Gloomlake Verge, borderless. This one's probably like... I think this one's probably like 10, 11 bucks. That's a pack, man. That's like a $20 pack. That's pretty good. All right. And then Coordinated Clobbering? Diversion Specialist. Coordinated Clobbering. What is that? You know what's funny is I said Coordinated Clobbering, but I knew that was 3 in a red for that 4/3. Like I knew the art and I knew the stats. I just didn't know what the name was. Brains are weird. Don't know how I remember certain things and not others. And I'm also really bad with names. I'll just like think of something. I could see the art. I could see the stat line and I cannot remember the name. Gremlin. Stay hidden, stay silent. Another Gloomlake Verge. All right, that's good. Forest, Possessed Goat, and that is the box. We'll take a few minutes to review here, a few seconds to review. All right, so I know the Everywhere token's about $4. Let's say Gloom, we'll be like kind of conservative. I think this is going to be, let's say 6. So that's 10, 22, let's say 30. 32, 36, 40, 41, 53, 56, 61, plus another 10, 71, 72, let's say 73, 75, foil, 78, 79, 80, let's say these are another dollar, 81, 84 plus like 17, let's call that 100, 106, 110, 113, 115, and another 308. I think that all adds up to about $69. So thank you so much for joining. I hope everybody enjoyed watching. Please like and subscribe. We appreciate all the views. Thank you so much.